Welcome, everyone, to the
Hello,
least
lovelies.
prepared for live stream in all of AuthorTube.
No, Han, because there's mine happening tomorrow, and I'm going to challenge you on the title. So you're just
All
holding
right.
it for tonight.
So now you know.
It's fine.
We're at a battle now.
A battle for lunacy?
Yes.
Obviously.
It's very strange that we're both participating in both sides of this battle. I think we've kind of missed the whole point of the battle. I think we might be misunderstanding what a battle is.
Probably. Doesn't matter.
It's like playing for both football teams or whatever. That's
Yeah, something like that. Well, no, because you're organizing this one and I'm organizing that one, and it's the least prepared organizer, so
right?
Seems legit to me. I mean, makes sense.
That's why we support each other.
Oh my god.
No one knows what's going on, but what the hey.
We're getting really good at winging it, so I think we're fine.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely fine.
So,
oh god.
I think we wanted to talk a little bit today about our plans for the upcoming year. Obviously, sometimes people are not terribly forthright about what they want to do and their goals and stuff, because that's a weird, awkward thing when you go and outright fail at them. So you can be as specific or non-specific as you feel like being. But
how is it?
Cassie's traipsing around the house.
Yeah. Hi.
Alina,
say hi for us.
Say to Sarah.
Sure.
I figured you were included in the us.
Yeah, obviously.
Oh man. Oh, look at that! I made my mess show.
Ah,
there we go.
Good job.
You can actually see the garbage can. That's not what I want.
It's sort of clean. So yeah. Okay,
but so yeah, that's kind of
good to make
that.
plans.
I mean, like we're kind of talking to ourselves this evening.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
I mean, it's good to have a topic to know what you diverge from when you go off on tangents. Like, it's perfect.
You need to know what you're not doing.
No, but I think setting up goals is quite important, and taking them seriously, because you can set all the goals early in January and then give up by February, which is something that happens. Oh, Claire's here. Hi, Claire.
Hi, Claire.
It's good that Claire's here, because maybe then I'll feel less crazy about my plans, although I'm not sure that's going to be possible this next year. But I mean, Claire, I hope you're trying. I really hope you're trying to beat me in terms of craziness of planning. What I think I'm going to make an extra plan, and that's just because I've heard this keynote today from 20 Books Las Vegas. Do you know what? I mean, I've told you about the 20 Books to 50K group. One of the keynote speakers was talking about how we say things about ourselves, like I say I'm an idiot quite often, because I am most times. But stuff like that, you should try to avoid and not set your mindset like that, which I'm going to try, because I'm really harsh and demeaning with myself. I'm really supportive of other people, but never of myself, because why would I? And I think that's the last minute addition to my goals. And because I'm a busybody, I'm going to just make sure my friends do it as well, or do it less, because then it becomes super fun for me because I get to tell people what to do, or in this case, what not to do. That would be fun, I think. So should we just go around and say one goal each? Because I'm trying my best to delay the moment where I have to talk about writing goals. It
Yeah, we can do that.
terrifies me.
Yeah, we can do that
Yeah.
if that's.
Phew.
I'll go ahead
Yeah.
and start. I'm gonna finish Hell's Bend because that shit is really starting to drive me bonkers. So, that's what I need. That's my first goal.
How long have you been working on it?
I wrote it in Nano 2015. Something like that.
So 2 years? Wow.
Like
Yeah,
that.
you should definitely finish that. That's a
Well,
legit
but-
goal.
Remember, I also have like a 6 editing process.
Yeah.
So that's why it takes so long, but
And you've written other stuff in the meantime.
not a whole lot.
I'm trying to help out here.
No.
And Sarah has to remain honest.
Yeah, it's a thing. I'm broken.
Okay, so we have to get you to finish that. Then nag you about writing, but as I know we're intent on doing all the nano events next year, it should be a better year writing wise as well. Is that your
CJ,
kitty,
you going or-
CJ?
Yeah, I made chicken earlier. I was cooking chicken, and when I was Cassie has this thing. It's called a deep covered baker, and it goes in the
Okay.
microwave, so you can cook chicken in the microwave fairly easily without it getting dry. But when I was trying to cut it apart into smaller pieces, I spilled some on myself, and so the cat has been trying to lick my sweater.
Seems legit. I mean,
Yeah. She
Everybody
thinks
got
we're
problems.
evil because we won't give her chicken, just like we'll give her little pieces and whatever, but we won't give her like a whole chicken or even a whole breast of chicken, and so we're evil and horrid people.
oh yeah, I know. I'm part of that group of evil people who only gives little pieces of
Yeah.
food to their pet. I mean, mine, like in the morning when we boil eggs, we boil a special egg for Ares, because, why not? And if we feed him his egg before we eat ours, then he will just come around and just drool next to us because his egg is not
Right.
enough. He needs some of ours. So now we just make him wait until the end. And it's sort of enough, but not really. He's still not pleased. And it's gotten to the point where he won't eat his normal food unless we give him his morning hard-boiled egg. He's not spoiled at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tag particularly likes string cheese.
Yeah.
So like when I eat string cheese, like for an afternoon snack or something, like the minute I open the fridge, she knows what drawer it's in the fridge. If I open that drawer, she's like
Wow.
right there trying to get into the fridge. I mean, she's just obnoxious about it.
She is kind of a butt in general, though. To be fair,
She is a very large one.
she's a
Although
general
I think
butt.
she's lost some more weight. So that's a good sign. She doesn't make my legs fall asleep quite as quickly when she sits on me. Like when she was 16 pounds and she sat on my lap, like a minute and a half, and I'm like, okay, you got to get off my lap because I can't feel my feet.
Yeah, makes sense.
Right. Yeah. Now she's down to like 13, maybe 12 and a half pounds. No, she was 12 and a half pounds, so she might be down to 12 now.
Awesome. she's rocking her diet plan this year.
At least somebody is.
Hmm.
Mostly it's because I make her. If I had somebody
Yeah.
who withheld food from me, I'd probably rock my diet plan too.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Actually, it's not about withholding food. It's just somebody to cook the food I need cooked so that I can stick with my diet. You know, like really complicated things like get one of those spaghetti squashes, cut it in two, and put it in the freaking oven. That's
Right?
complicated. Yeah. I'm a lazy bum. That's my problem.
I feel your pain. Feel your pain.
Mm. Still, I did okay today after many, many days.
I'm
I
on
did
hiatus
from the diet
from
plan.
eating bread. Hmm. Yep, so
Yeah,
I'm eating bread.
yeah, I've been on hiatus from it for like a while now. So I'm trying to get a few days where I'm doing good because Christmas is coming. So I'm going to eat my weight in food, not necessarily good food for my diet. I mean, some of it, but not all,
My family's
definitely.
Christmas tomorrow, so
Hmm?
my
Sorry?
family's Christmas is tomorrow,
Oh,
so that's
yeah, no,
whatever.
we're doing it on Monday and stuff, so I
Yeah,
still
we do
have a
ours.
couple of days.
Yeah, we do ours. We'll do ours Sunday night because we have church Sunday night, and then we'll go Sunday night into all day Monday.
Hmm.
Generally, I'm trying to think of what we eat on Christmas Day because we don't like we have breakfast on Christmas Day. We have like that's an actual meal that we eat. But like the rest of the day we don't really have a meal. We have like hors d'oeuvres that sit out, you know,
Hmm.
and you can graze or have leftovers or I mean it's not formal at all. And most of the day will be spent playing games and being ridiculous.
Yeah, true.
So,
No, we have like lunch where everybody sits around the table and we have a gazillion courses and yeah, should be fun. I'm going to Mike's place. So yeah, and after that there was talk of some pen and paper game he's supposed to be running because apparently it's a Christmas tradition, which I missed last year.
well, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, it should be fun. I think it will be fun. We're playing some Lovecraft stuff, which I have no idea about. But now that I'm taking part in Travis's D&D game, I'm more comfortable with being the total noob who doesn't know anything and people have to explain everything to them. So I think it will be fun. So yeah, and I was supposed to take a break this Christmas. Did I tell you that? I was supposed to take a break. Yeah, not happening.
Speaking of things that are not happening, were either of you going to mention goals or what?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
CJ, your turn. Goals.
My turn. Okay. But we're just talking yearly goals right now, right?
Just like goals you already have set up for 2017, you can be as specific or non-specific. Like I don't have dates set up when things are due. I know 2017 I need to do a series of things.
2018.
Oh, that's adorable, Claire. Making a treasure hunt for her boyfriend to find his presents. For anyone watching this
Aww.
without the benefit of the chat.
Aw, that's like
So
amazing.
I have two goals for 2018.
Well,
The
just give us
first
one, damn it.
is-
We're trying to do one at a time.
My bad. I would like to publish the first 3 books of my fantasy series.
That's 3 motherfucking goals. What are you doing to me?
That is one whole goal. That's not 3 different goals.
I said
Just
it's
because there's
3.
3 books involved.
You haven't published
not
one
like I
book.
was
What are you
like-
talking about? That's 3
See?
goals.
That's 1 goal. 1 goal.
No, let's count it as one goal. It's fine.
Oh, I'm just enjoying harassing
You're
you.
so mean.
Yes, I'm so mean. You're gonna cry yourself to sleep tonight.
I
All
forgot
right,
to take my
ready?
allergy meds yesterday.
Uh-oh. You ready to do one now, Alina?
Sorry?
So you're ready to do
Your
one
turn.
now?
Yeah, I am. Let's get into this because I'm just looking at the schedule in front of me and I feel like I'm going to die. So let's get the big goal out of the way. So I am planning a 1 million word year. I want to write 1 million words in 2018
That's
because I'm
ridiculous.
insane. Yeah, it's the
Do
most.
it.
Like I have it nice and scheduled, like month by month, what I'm supposed to be drafting. And I just realized recently I didn't include everything I wanted to draft. So should be fun.
So how
I'm
many
not-
books is that, or how many like separate releases? I know they're not all book length, but
Let me see. I can tell you that because like I said, I scheduled them by month. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 27.
oh my god.
Whoa.
So I've got quite a few novel length things, a lot of novellas, and I think 2 or 3 short stories.
Wow.
Yeah. It's going to be freaking insane. Like, totally insane. I'm going to die this year.
Are you going to even bother to stay up till midnight on the 1st? Or are you just going to start off by going to bed and waking up at midnight?
I know. The way I planned it to be able to pull this off is to write Monday to Friday only and write 5,000 words a day.
Holy
Well,
crap.
I mean, if you can pull that off, that's pretty good.
Yeah, if. As the
Yeah,
Spartan
that sounds
said.
horribly intimidating to me, but I know some people do it.
Oh my God, Claire says hers was 27 as well, but she's redoing the schedule because that's crazy. Well, thank you, Claire. Now I had one person who had crazier plans than me, and now that's gone. It's okay. I know there are people who write like 10,000 words a day, and they have this weird 1 week per novel schedule, so it could be worse. Just saying.
My brain can't even comprehend that.
Yeah, I can't even think. Nope.
You can
Yeah.
think about it if you think of it as a full-time job and working for a certain amount of time every day.
10,000 words is still a lot for me to write in a day.
Yeah, I think so, but I think
and it's a lot for me to count on writing every day.
I think most people are dictating, those who write that amount of words, and it depends on their process as well and how they outline. If I can get the hang of dictation at some point, then writing 5,000 words a day wouldn't be so much of a problem. I can do it. I mean,
can see that.
I had plenty of days where I wrote like 3,500 a day during Nano, but it wasn't really structured, and I think if I structure it better, I can do it. We'll see. I mean, like, I know my plan is insane, but at this point, if I manage like half of it, I'm still doing great.
That's true as long as you don't let it get you upset if you don't make it.
Yeah, that's something I'm working on.
Yeah, because you can't, like, that snowballs really quickly into you just being so disappointed with yourself that you'll just sit in a corner and
I'm
cry.
just like, I can't. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I don't want to get to that point. I mean, I'm pretty good at adapting to things that happen and just letting it go when it's not happening. Like I did in December. Like I didn't write much this month. And I know I'm sort of falling behind, but that's just how it is. I'm not going to push myself like a crazy person. And I did cut down on my videos during the holidays. I'm only doing one a week and doing the live streams with you guys. So I got like 3 videos. And I felt like a total failure at first when I considered it. And then I thought, you know what? It's the holidays. I need a break. And it's not like I'm going to take a break from writing and editing.
Right.
Because,
Right. So you need a break from something.
yeah. So that's what I chose. And Claire says she's going to be traveling for 7 weeks, and that's why she cut it down, which I agree that that gets to be a lot of
That's a
times.
long time.
Mhm. So yeah, it's insane. I do realize it's insane. I don't want to pretend that I'm not scared by it and I don't like get all anxious and stuff when I look at that little notebook. But the idea is to just set the goal, but not focus on it. Just focus on what I have to do every month. And maybe that way I can survive it. But if I get to do that, I think I'll be really, really happy.
Even if you came close to it and you made like your monthly goals happen, or missed one or got the majority of them, I think that would still be like that. You focusing on the monthly goals to get to the bigger goal, I think that's a smart way to do it.
Yeah, that's how I'm going about it. But you know, it's still a huge ass plan. But we'll see. And the funny part is that when I tell people that, first of all, they're shocked. Like they're shocked out of their mind and they're like, oh my God, you're crazy. But then they're like, oh, but it's okay because if anybody can set their mind to doing it, it's you. And I'm like, why do you have all this confidence in me? I don't. I sure as hell don't. And then I'm thinking like, maybe I should just wing it, like pretend I have this confidence that other people have in me, and at some point I'll believe it. I guess. I mean, it's fake it till you make it anyway. So
Right.
Right.
So
no reason not to.
Yeah. Plus, in theory, this is what I do. I do it full time for now, for as long as that lasts. If I don't try it now, I'm never going to try it. And actually, if it works out, I'm actually probably going to have a much easier year in 2019, writing-wise. So we shall see. God, I'm sorry, I didn't realize there were 27 different stories in there. I didn't. Until you guys asked and I counted, I didn't realize that. I was aiming for a release a month again. Yeah, no, I'm a bit shell shocked right now. I'm sorry. Can we move to someone else? I need to regroup.
Okay. Yeah, my next goal for 2018 would be to finish the story I started during Nano. I still haven't gotten that finished. Things have gotten a little weird around here, so hopefully my medication issue is all sorted out now. So hopefully I can focus again. because
Wow.
that was the whole
That's
thing.
good news. That's good news.
Yeah. Yeah, because ultimately what happened was that I had a med change that didn't work and caused me to lose focus. And then they tried to fix it by adding another med that made me tired. So it didn't work out very well. So now I'm back on the
I don't know
original
that you can
medication.
even call that tired. It was more like comatose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I remember.
Periods
Yeah,
of
so-
lucidity.
Yeah. So that's hopefully that will be done with. Now that that's getting out of my system. I still feel sleepy all the time, but hopefully that will pass.
Hopefully it passes fast, because I imagine it's not the most pleasant thing to deal with.
Yeah, luckily I'm off work right now. My work is closed until the 3rd. So right now is a better time than any other time to have this problem.
Yeah, true. That's true.
Okay,
Yeah, your turn.
So
my turn.
Yeah.
Okay,
go for
so I don't know if this is a goal, but one of the things so when we talked, I think it was 2 weeks ago on your stream, Alina, one of the things that I asked about was cereal, or starting a cereal. So my goal is to try and start a cereal. I can get that.
Like on your blog, or?
Yeah, I haven't decided what platform I'm going to use yet.
I mean, you could use Wattpad as well, I guess.
Right, and I'm not, like I said, I haven't gotten that.
That's far in
yet.
planning. Okay.
Yeah.
My personal recommendation would be that you at least somehow link it to your blog as well, even if you publish it somewhere. Maybe add a snippet with the link on your blog to create some content there and to get people to come to a certain site that you own to find out stuff about you, because that also helps you build your platform a bit. And then when you have something launched, like the 3 books you want to launch next year, and you announce it on your website or your blog, people know to come there to find out about it. That would be my only suggestion for this. Other than that, good luck. It's really great, and it will be fun. Or it will be a tragedy, as it was for me. It's one more reason to stress about it. I mean, people like it. I mean, people like the serial. The only problem is I never publish it.
Yeah.
So I'd also recommend to be smart about it, not like I was, and maybe write a few installments in advance before you start. Don't just start with the first one and then go like, oh, I'll publish the next one next week. Sure. Sure, Alina. We believe you.
I will say that what I've got already written, because I think I said this last time, is that it was it started out as a NaNoWriMo novel. So I have like a little over 50,000 words worth of content.
Yeah.
It needs to be edited, but
yeah.
I mean, that's quite a bit of content right there. So
yeah, sure.
So I have that already. Now it's a matter of building that platform and trying to decide if I want to use like if I want to use a blogging website, or if I want to build my own website, or how I want to do it. Like, I haven't figured out the details of that yet.
If I may, if you can afford the investment in time and money for hosting, just do it on your own platform. If you like Blogger or if you like WordPress, you can have that installed on your own website. The reason why I say that is because when you have something that's, let's say, your name .blogspot.com or .wordpress.com, that will never have the same authority as your own domain name.
Right.
So you can put in the same work for less results in like searches and stuff. And the second reason is because I'm paranoid and I know things change, and they might go away tomorrow. Like Google might decide, you know what, Blogger is not really working for us. It's not profitable. We're closing it down. Or they might just decide that they don't like something you posted on your website and take it down, or things like that.
Right. And that's one of the things about having your own website, is that there is more of that autonomy. That's really very nice.
Yes, it is. And I mean, you can set it up quite cheaply and get a free theme for either Blogger or WordPress, or do it through Wix if that's what you prefer. But yeah, I'd say just get your own. It's always better. And I've been blogging for like 12 years so far. So I started on Blogger back when Google didn't own it. So it was still an independent thing. And a few years into it, Google bought it. So it was, I think I started in 2005. Oh yeah, so it will be 13 years next year. So I got a domain name as a birthday present a few years into it. And the moment I switched to my own website, things were way, way better. Of course, you have some hassle to deal with and get used to, but I think ultimately it's a good investment as far as your author platform goes, because it will be the one place you can always manage. It's always yours, and you can do whatever the hell you want with it.
Right.
So yeah, I think it's better than having it hosted. Or you can have your own domain name through Blogger or WordPress.
Right.
So at least if they go away at some point, you can still have that link where people go, and you don't lose that. But I mean, if I had to do it, I'd go completely independent and install whatever blogging platform I want, for content management. But I know that can be a bit of work, so at least get your own domain name, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you have any more goals other than your ridiculous one that you shared, or is that?
Oh, no, actually I have more, because why not? Like, we've established that I'm insane, right? I mean, that's not the question anymore. So yeah, my plans are as follow. I have publishing plans, which I intend to actually publish 12 books in 12 months this year. And you'd think that's insane enough, but there's just 12 books for my gay fiction and gay romance stuff. And then I have about 5 books for my urban fantasy stuff that's not LGBT in any way. And then I may or may not want to also publish the serial killer thriller mystery I have brewing in my head. Which I should mention, it's on a totally different pen name. And I did not tell you the best part about it, like of the 4 or 5 books that are going to be published that are not gay romance or gay fiction. I have a series of at least 4 books, which I intend to release rapid fire, like release book 1 today, then book 2 in a week, then book 3 in another week, and so on and so forth, because I'm insane and people say it works. So that's most of my publishing goal for 2018, most of it. Feel free to comment and tell me how insane I am.
I look forward to seeing this. Like, I really do. I am so, like, I feel like such a slacker in comparison.
I want to cry now. Yeah, I feel like I've been publishing for a while, and for the first few years I was kind of a slacker and didn't publish a lot. Like I had 1 or 2 releases per year, not counting some random short stories in anthologies, which weren't that much of a hassle. And then I got inspired by other people who were writing a lot and publishing a lot. And this year, I wasn't like a full-time author in any way. I did a lot of other work besides writing, and I still managed to publish quite a few books. I did also re-release all my old titles from my old publisher, but I had new releases as well. And actually, I can check how many because Amazon is wonderful. 5, 6, 7. So I had 7 new releases this year, of which one was a short story, a couple were full-length novels, and the rest were novellas. But my novellas tend to be on the longer side, so between 30 and 40K. And to be fair, some of these were half-written, some not all. And I thought to myself, if I manage 7 releases in the middle of a lot of things going on and a bunch of re-releases, then in a year where all I do is writing, I should be able to manage at least a book a month. It's still a gamble. I might fail miserably, but in theory, I could.
I can't even write. I can't even write a book in a month. Like, I can do nano, but I can't like write a whole book start to finish with a closing, especially not something someone else should ever look at. It's just not a thing.
Yeah, but I outline. I outline.
Yeah,
like when I start writing,
that's one of the problems.
Yeah, when I start writing, I know where I'm going, what things I want to touch, and I have the chapter outline as well. So
yeah, see, if I did that, I wouldn't write.
Yeah, I mean,
because what's the point of writing it if you already have an outline? You already know what's going to happen. Then why am I writing it?
Yeah, because that's a different way of thinking about it and a different style, which is great. I mean, there are people who have different styles and they can do stuff with that style. Then again, if you only did that and didn't go to work, you might be able to write more.
That's true. I mean, I do forget that part.
Yeah, you do forget that part. And I try to point it out so that you don't think the difference is bigger than it is in productivity, because I don't have to spend hours and hours focusing on something else, driving to and from somewhere. I don't have to do that. Even last year when I was working from home. I did not waste any time commuting. I did not waste any time in meetings or running errands from my office or anything like that. So that made it a lot easier.
I also think there's something to just your brain working differently, not just like having other things, but if your brain works differently.
Yeah.
Mine's allegedly does something. I'm not 100% sure why, but
yeah.
And
honestly,
Sarah, you and I have talked about this before, in that, like, for me, an outline helps me think about what I'm going to write. It makes it easier for me to write. And from what I've heard from you, Alina, that same thing for you, is that you can take that outline and then expand on it.
Whereas, yeah, and the whole part of discovering where the story goes, I already do that in my head. I have the thrill of that in my head, but that happens before writing. Yeah.
Right. And whereas for Sarah, and correct me if I'm wrong, writing process is discovering the story as you write it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I suppose that's basically it.
Yeah, which is a great process. I mean, there are a lot of people who do that, and there are a lot of successful writers who don't write as much or don't publish as much. I know people who post maximum 4 books a year. They're full-time writers, but that's what they do. They release 4 books a year, and that's marvelous. It's enough for them to live off it. It's fine.
Right.
Yeah. I found that this works for me, and I do have to say, I do publish novellas and a few novels. So I think it's way different to write 30 to 40K than writing 50 to 70K.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
like 2 for the price of 1 in a way. But I think I've seen enough people discussing about how they write and how fast they write to know everyone's different. I will never be able to write 10,000 words in a day, ever.
Yeah.
Not sustainably. I mean, I can't do a sprint.
You might hit that sometimes, but it's not going to be your standard.
Yeah. And that's fine. I mean, I don't know, if I get the hang of dictation to a point where I can dictate 2,000 words an hour, then yeah, sure, fine. But given my speed of typing, which is not the slowest, but it's not the fastest either, I know 5,000 is like a good goal and even a hard one to achieve. And I'm fine with that. I also can't just not take breaks. I did it through Nano, but it kind of backfired in the end. So I think you can always find a style of writing and scheduling that's perfect for you, and that's great. That's absolutely great. And plus, the idea of doing anything other than writing at this point depresses the hell out of me. So that's a great motivation to write a lot more and do a lot more, because the alternative is to just prolong this stage where I'm doing writing and other work, and that makes me super sad. I mean, I knew this might happen when I decided to try the full-time author challenge. I knew that if I get a taste of what it feels to just do that, I wouldn't want to go back. But I did it anyway, and now I'm going to push myself like a crazy person, because why not? But yeah, I mean,
on the other hand, I think that without that fear or dread of having to go back to something, might, like, how would I say this? You might never have got as far as you are, and you wouldn't continue to go where you are. I mean, like,
oh yeah, most definitely.
Being complacent and being like, I can always go back and get another job, and it's not that big a deal. There's not that.
That's a serious issue, because I'm lazy. I mean, I'm not afraid to admit it. I am a lazy person, and I have to work on myself not to be as lazy. So if I were comfortable with doing other work, I would just not push myself.
Yeah.
So that dread plays.
I'm like there with you.
Agreed.
As terrifying as, like, I quit my job, my longtime job, which wasn't a bad job. Like, I loved the people I worked with. I thought what we were doing was good. It was a little boring. I was frustrated to some degree because I wasn't going anywhere with it, but I could have stuck around. I could have worked through it, and, I was making good money. I had excellent benefits, all of these things. But, and there's that, there's a little bit of me that's like, now I'm broke and I'm, you know, all these other issues, but it gives me a sense of I don't want to go back to working in that environment. Like, it's not a bad job, but I don't want to work in an office anymore if I don't have to. I don't want to do that on a full-time basis. I'll do it part-time if I need some money, but full-time anymore.
I
and
know.
having that, I think having that fear of being forced to go back to where you were, I think is a good motivator, particularly for people who are lazy like us.
Totally. And the thing is, like, this drove me throughout the years from the moment I quit my job, because my last job was, I mean, I liked some of the people, I hated the guts of others. It was miserable. I was stressed out of my mind. And I left and I started my own company, and that's how I worked for a long time. And at some point, I hit a rougher patch, and I was seriously considering going back to getting a real job, like a corporate job. And that was the most miserable month of my life, where I was trying to update my CV and look for jobs, and I was absolutely miserable because I knew what waited for me in that field if I would have gone back to the corporate world, because it couldn't compare with what I was doing independently. So when that wasn't the case anymore, I was like the happiest person alive. Hands down. I was thrilled. So from that point on, I just tried to keep myself out of an office job and then slowly move into writing. But to be honest, if I didn't get this push this year to just try to do writing alone, I would have probably kept delaying stuff for years to come, and just do writing part-time, because it was comfortable as it was. So in a way, the fact that I parted ways with my former publisher and the fact that they closed down forced me into this. Otherwise, I don't think I would have done it. So turned out well in the end, although last year around Christmas I was miserable because I knew I was going from being published to being completely independent. In the end, it paid off, I think. The fear of failing drove me the most, though. So
sometimes that's all it takes.
Oh yeah. I mean, I was afraid I'd fail and I had something to prove. And when I have something to prove, I try harder, which is not something super nice, but it works, so I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll just take it.
Yeah, kind of whatever works.
Yeah, at this point, yeah. So, more goals, people?
I don't have any more specific goals. I haven't gotten my actual schedule done yet, so there's no tangible dates or anything. I am looking at trying to get a more cohesive schedule, but that's more of a before 2018 goal, because I'd like that to be done before January 1st.
Yeah, I know. I totally get that.
Yeah, so I haven't gotten a whole lot beyond those goals. That's kind of it for me.
But it doesn't have to be something super tangible and super structured, because I have a goal to work out more, and that's how far I got.
Right. Yeah, I mean that counts though. So I guess I just haven't really sat down and thought about what I can and can't do, and I mean I have a full-time job and all that shit too. So
yeah.
I feel like
definitely.
I feel like I get ideas and then I start to think like, well, that's just gonna fuck me over. So let me not do it that way. So I kind of have to wade through that stuff.
Yeah, no, that's important because from a point on, if it's doing more harm than good, it's probably safe to drop it or rethink it somehow.
Right.
Which is probably what I'll end up doing in February when I'm insane and stressed out and crazy. Fine. It's fine. I keep telling myself I'm fine and it's fine and everything's going to be fine, and I don't believe it for a second.
What was it you said earlier? Fake it till you make it. Just keep
Oh,
pretending
God.
it's fine, and eventually it'll be fine.
I thought I was fine because it was just this abstract number of words per month. And then right now I did the stupid thing of counting all the books, which I didn't do before. I don't understand why I didn't do it before, because if I counted it, I would have realized how insane I was. But no. But no.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Sorry.
No,
I
you
asked.
should have. You should have, because now I'm seriously thinking whether this is completely insane or not. And I will probably calm down in about 2 days and then go with the flow and fake it till I make it. But it's better to have this freak out now
Right.
than realize, like in January when I'm swamped and crazy, to then just go casually through my list of books and realize it's 27. God damn it! Good job that I just planned to draft them, not to release them all. So
Right.
Yes.
Right.
I only plan to release like 17.
Well, but that's another thing though, is that then you'll be a little ahead, and that will help make the plan a little less intangible.
Yeah, that's true.
And maybe a little less overwhelming as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll definitely make the future months less overwhelming because you'll be ahead.
Yeah, true.
So.
And maybe if I mean, like the plan is if I manage to do all this, I am going to take a break for the entire month of January of 2019.
Oh, see,
Like
that's not
just
a
a
bad
break.
deal.
At least from writing, because I might still do some minor marketing and editing stuff, but at least I'll have a full month of not writing and taking a break and decompressing. But I mean,
Yeah, that's a good reward though.
yeah, I think so too. I've heard similar things from other people, but that was my plan before I heard those, and then I was like, oh, maybe I'm onto something here. And then again, like honestly, if I accomplish like half of what I've scheduled for next year, I think I'm good. I really think I'm good. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
My,
I don't have a whole lot else to talk about. What do you have, CJ?
I was just going to say, my former boss, I worked in education in my last job, and my former boss, one of the things that she talked about frequently was the need to set high expectations. Even if you don't necessarily meet the goals, setting those high expectations causes you to reach for something higher than where you are. And even if you don't reach the absolute goal, you're still achieving more than you would have if you'd set goals for yourself that you know that you don't really have to reach for them. Like, you know what, my goal for this year is to have 8 full-time students for my piano lessons. That's not a big goal. Whereas if I were to say my goal for this year is to have 20, that's a big goal. I'm going to have to do lots more marketing and lots more, lots of stuff. And but it's still it's a high goal that even if I only get 15 students,
it's still a great accomplishment.
It's still an accomplishment, and that's a major thing. And so I think that, 27 books, 1,000,000 words seems so insane. But by shooting for something that is huge, you may not necessarily get 1,000,000 words. But if you get 900,000 or 700,000, that is still a huge achievement.
Yeah, true. That's true. And it kind of makes me a little more relaxed knowing that other people have managed it. Like, it's not something I set for myself and it's groundbreaking or anything. There are people who do that regularly and they actually take breaks. So there's hope for me. We have a saying in Romanian that hope dies last, but it dies a terrible, painful death. So I'm clinging to that feeble hope. God damn it!
Hey, you gotta cling to something.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not like I'm clinging to my sanity or anything. I've never been sane, so if I just spiral out of control because I've set some insane goals, nobody will be surprised. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm going to get a t-shirt that says, it's fine, I'm fine, it's going to be fine.
I know somebody who can make that for you.
Thank you. That's great. Probably will take about 1,000,000 years for it to get to Romania.
I was gonna say, I'm sure that's reasonably priced to make it here and then ship it to Romania.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not that reasonable.
Depends. Like with the package I ordered for Ares, like his harness and the t-shirt I got, I don't know what happened, but it looks like it's been posted from France, which I think was just a layover. But because the customs office thought it was posted from France, it got the post near me, not the post where I have to go in those 2 days a week where they're open. So
that's nice.
That was a nice Christmas miracle, like totally. So yeah, it just depends. I don't know. The thing is, like, there's so much going on that I'm currently focusing on that I think I shouldn't dwell on the plans overall.
Right.
Like, I just shouldn't. I shouldn't, because there are, I mean, apart from everything I've said, there are a lot of editing and revising plans that I have for things that are already out. Like, I have 2 short stories that were freebies I offered in my first year of publishing, like before I even released my debut novel. And I would really like to rewrite those a bit, create new covers, and then push them a bit stronger. And then right now I'm working on my debut novel. I'm just going through it again and cleaning it up because I think I'm better at writing now. And then I have the second book, and then I will probably fucking finish the series. I mean, I started it in 2014. No, I published the first one in 2014. I started it in 2011. And I have half of the book written. It's been written for like 2 years. And I thought maybe I should finish that and market that. And yeah, I mean, I'm so going around plans in my head that the writing goals for next year seem like something far away, like unreal. And like there still are 10 months from now until 2018. So I'm just going with that. I'm just pretending they're not there and see where I am when I get to January and then February and then so on. because I have the general stress of, oh my God, I haven't finished that story and I have to get it to my editor. So everything past that point is just far away for now. And that sounds super sane.
I don't know. I don't think it's that bad. I think if you do focus on it like one thing at a time, that it won't get too bad.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
if
if
you
you're sitting
stick
there
to
thinking like I think when you hit 10,000 words, if the thing that you think like in January when you hit 10,000 words, if the thing you think then is only 990,000 left to go, I think that's lucky. Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, so don't do that. I don't think that'll go well.
No, and I think the good part about this is that the way it's scheduled it, let me just check, is that the first few months are lower count. Yeah, so like I have 20, 30, like I have 45,000 words scheduled for January. Maybe it will get to like 60,000 if I have stuff that I don't finish in December, but it's kind of like that, not super huge for the first month. So if I accomplish that, which is not that far-fetched because I did write like 55,000 words in November, so reaching 60,000 in January, not that big of stretch. And after that, it starts getting a bit ridiculous. So might pull it off, I guess. I just might. We'll see. But you know, even if I kind of fail a bit, there's stuff I can drop from the schedule or delay, and it won't affect my publishing schedule at all. So I did give myself plenty of leeway, which I think it's important. I mean, you should always find ways to take a quick exit.
Well, it's like letting off a little bit of the pressure. Just
like a pressure valve.
I can set this aside. Yeah.
If
I set this aside, or I can set this aside, and that I think that has to do with prioritizing, which is something I so suck at. My biggest problem is prioritizing. I'd be perfectly happy to do all the things I like to do with writing. Perfectly happy to do that. But the rest, I'm like, ugh, can I just not do that part?
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
That's hard for me too. Especially if I always make excuses for myself, like, oh, but I accomplished this huge chunk of things. So it's better that not doing what I was supposed to and also not doing this because I wasn't going to do what I was supposed to anyway. And I'm really trying not to do that anymore. I really am. And what I found out is that sometimes seeing what possibilities are out there is really inspiring. Because I was doing my debut novel in the series is a vampire story. After much research and debating, I realized it fits better in urban fantasy than in paranormal. So I did some keyword research and stuff like that, checking what other books are written in the genre. And then I was like, oh my God, this could have such a huge audience if I focused on it a bit, because I didn't know shit when I first released the book, and I could do so much better now. And I actually edited like 15 pages today, which 15 pages is a lot, seeing how I took like a month to edit the 25 previous pages.
Yeah, I had it really slow, so I understand that.
But you have to understand this is not a deep edit. This is a published book. I'm just going through it and just making it a bit prettier. And it's more of a proofread and light edit more than anything. So it should go a lot faster than that, but it doesn't because I don't want to. So yeah, I kind of did 15 pages today, and I also wrote 1,000 words, and I also did a bit of my marketing, and I'm happy. Now I have to find a way to do better.
And then I think
yeah, go ahead.
I think that's got to be the goal, the overarching goal for everything is I have to do better than what I did today. I have to do better tomorrow than what I did today, or I have to do better next week than what I did this week. And that that way we progress rather than
True.
Oh, I'm such a miserable failure. I didn't hit my goals for today. Well, I guess I might as well just chuck everything out the window.
Yeah.
Which is what I have a tendency to do.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I tend to do that. If I don't meet my goals today, I tend to throw away all the schedules I made for the next week or the next month, which is bad. The good thing, though, is that I know other people don't find it inspiring, but whenever I see news or posts from people who do better than me, I find that encouraging and inspiring and motivating. I know other people, if they're not doing that great on their word count or their sales, it go like, oh, other people achieving stuff just shows me how much of a failure I am, and I don't want to do it anymore. I'm the opposite. So if I see people posting about how they finished writing a book in a week, or how they had a 1 million word year, or how they smashed all their sales goals, that I find that inspiring and motivating. So if I read posts like that every day, I do more, because it's like, oh, it's achievable. I can do it.
I need to do more of that. I need to watch more videos of writers, read more writing blogs, so that I have a better sense of what's possible.
True. And I'd also say what helped me a lot this year is that I discovered people who focused on being more efficient and effective in writing and publishing and sales and stuff like that, more than just focusing on the craft of writing.
Yeah.
Because I was already following all the stuff on the craft. What I needed help with was marketing and sales and being more effective at writing and publishing. And before this year, everything I could find on it was super freaking basic and things I was already doing. And of course, they didn't do much because I was already doing that. Okay, so I'll just answer on stream because that takes just too much time.
Yeah.
Because Forgotten Shadows asked what the Saturday stream is about. Is pretty much an author chat, and we have a different topic every week, like we do here as well. So tomorrow it's probably going to be a long discussion about Christmas because it just happens before Christmas, and usually it's people from around the world, so we come with different input and different tales of traditions and stuff. So yeah, that's what it's going to be about. So the thing is, like, what I admire you, Sarah, most for is your schedule. Like, I love how you schedule stuff, and you kind of tend to stick with it, unless something.
Yeah, I've done.
very
I
good
haven't watched with my son this year. But my YouTube schedule I've been pretty good at. And they
Yeah,
make it to work every day. That
Hey,
counts for
that's a
something.
win. That's a win right
that's
there.
a win. Like my pet is there.
Boss thinks so too.
Like Sarah, like see, my pet is there. My office is here. I have days where I don't make it to work
Yeah.
because I'm back there reading or something. Or I make it to work, but then I don't work because there's YouTube. So that's a big plus.
Yeah, I wish I could say that's never happened to me at my day job, but it's totally happened to me at my day job.
Well, sometimes
My
it's
boss kind of gets me, so I don't get in a lot of trouble. So
You do have a really cool boss. I will say that.
yeah, I didn't talk a lot about this, but this is what she got me in my main Christmas present was a Sinner palette. Ooh.
oh nice.
Yeah, she gets me.
Well, to be honest, last week my friend Alina and I, one of my friends that's called Alina, the one who lives near me, we discovered Elf has a site in Romania, and they
Oh,
had a 35% off site-wide sale. I got new makeup. She got new makeup. We're very happy.
yeah, and they're not terribly expensive to start with, so that's nice.
No, they're pretty cheap even here with all the taxes and transportation and whatever. They're pretty cheap.
Yeah, yeah, their baseline isn't bad, so it's good when you get them on sale.
Mm. And I finally
It's
have
like,
an
I mean, I've
eyeliner that
never-
I can work.
My money to spend on something like the Kat Von D palette. That's not something I would ever spend my money on. Not because I don't love it, because I really do love it. We have bills. Like,
Yeah, and even if I had,
eating.
like, honestly, even if I had the extra income, I'd probably invest it in my book marketing.
Yeah, I mean, at least for a while, I think that'll be true.
Yeah,
Like,
so
it should get to the point where they're essentially marketing themselves just by your name. Up until then, that seems like a better investment.
exactly.
Also because there are of reasonably priced makeup brands as well. So like there's no reason that I have to buy Kat Von D.
Yeah, the thing is, like, if they were poor quality, I'd understand.
Right.
But that's
Yeah,
not the
'cause,
case
like,
anymore.
Most people, I'm outside of this because I'm fucking broken, but most people will not buy $5 tennis shoes. Because it's stupid to buy $5 tennis shoes because they're garbage.
Yeah.
But like I can get really good quality makeup in Nike prices. Like I can do that.
Yeah, true.
So I don't it's not something I would spend my own money on. I don't see that being a thing in the future.
Yeah, true.
Although,
I mean,
that's another thing is that things do go on sale. So
Yeah,
you it's the kind of stuff like you don't buy unless it's on sale though.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. But the thing is, like, I love makeup. I've always loved it. I've gone back to loving it more lately. But one of my goals last year, and this year and next year, was to just, bless you, to just,
Oh,
bless you, to just buy stuff I actually need
yeah.
and not splurge as much. I mean,
Yeah.
it helped because then I could do this author thing, and then I could get the camera and the lights and stuff for YouTube, which was to me a better investment than getting the Urban Decay palette I really wanted.
Right.
Which when I came back from Birmingham, like I went to Birmingham for the Birmingham Pride. We had a book stand there, my friend Taylin and I. and we sold some books, and it was cool. And when I left, I was on the airport in the shopping area, and there was an Urban Decay palette that was discounted to about £35 or something like that. And I had the money to buy it. I really did. But then I was like, this is £35 still. I could do other things with that money. Like, I have books to ship to Romania because I bought more than I sold just so that I could have some paperbacks at home. And I was like, I can pay for all my books to be delivered with that money. So maybe I'd invest in that.
Right.
So that was a tough one for me because I really, really wanted one of the Naked palettes. I didn't even care which because I love them all so much and I've seen them everywhere. But then I said, you know what? This is not a freaking priority right now. And I just walked away. Where a couple years back,
like actual makeup palettes. I only own 3 of them, and I didn't pay for any of them out of pocket. Although I'm getting 3 more that I didn't pay for out of pocket because FedEx is a bunch of fuckers. But that's beside the point.
Yeah, I think I have like 4. But none of them are super expensive. I have a sleek one, which is almost used up. I have a Revlon one, which I never touch because it's so poor quality. It was a sort of a nude palette, but it's just bad. So I should throw it away, but I keep telling myself, like, maybe I can use a color or 2 of the eyeshadows. And then I have one that I recently bought that makes 3. And the 4th one is like a huge, cheap one that I bought about 1.5 years ago. So that's it. Other than that, I have 2 Wet n Wild singles. And that's my makeup, my eyeshadow collection. I do have like 4 eyeliners right now, but that's because I was really unlucky with them. I got the NYX one, which is really cool. It's a great eyeliner, but something happened to the brush. It just turned into a fan brush all of a sudden.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's the recipient is just too tiny and I can't stick a different brush in it.
Oh,
unfortunately, because otherwise I could have used it. And then I tested an eyeliner, kind of sort of felt tip. I don't know, it's a weird sort of tip. I tried it in store and it was great, but the one I got, it just bleeds out like crazy. And then I said, okay, let's try the new Maybelline one, which I tested in the store and it was great. And I got one, Alina got one. Hers is just perfect. It works perfectly. Mine is dry.
Huh.
And I can get some product out, but it's a freaking struggle. So that brings me to eyeliner number 4, which is the one I got from e.l.f. It's cream eyeliner and it just works like a dream. And I'm finally there. And that's the only reason why I own so many of an item. It's just because I got really unlucky with them. And there's not really a good return policy on them because you can go and say, look, it's dried up. And they can go, how do I know that you didn't leave it open for 24 hours?
Oh, see, most of our stores that sell makeup actually do have full return policies. Like, you can return it because you don't like the color on you.
Oh, yeah? Maybe I should check that.
Yep.
But I think it's already been 30 days.
Yeah, but like if you buy something and you go home and you put it on you and it looks awful on you, you can return it in most places. Not like every store, but most stores do.
Huh. I should check that because I don't think you have that here. But I think if it's really bad, you could. I do have to check it though. But the thing is, like, I bought it and I didn't start using it immediately.
Yeah.
And then when I used it, I just assumed I was doing something wrong because I'm not good with eyeliner. And it took a while until I met up with Alina and I asked how her worked. and I just
Mhm.
realized maybe mine was a dud.
Yeah.
And by that time, a long time had passed, and I was just like,
Right. By then it was probably too late.
it was probably too late anyway, and I wasn't convinced I could return it. Which was
Right.
stupid because I should have checked, though, not just decide I couldn't.
Well, I mean, that ship has sailed now, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't care anymore because I have the elf one, which is delightful and is cheaper, actually.
But I don't know. What do you guys have left to talk about? Do you have anything? Because I'm kind of out of stuff.
I mean, we did goals for like longer than we usually stick to a
We
topic.
did. Yeah, we did a good
we
job.
don't- Yeah, we did. We did schedules and we did makeup.
Yeah, which was obviously on the agenda.
Yes, obviously.
Travis asked me the other day why I don't do makeup tutorials. I'm like, because I'm fucking awful at makeup. Like, I just like fucking with it.
Oh God, did you see my get ready with me? That was
Yes.
painful to watch. That was painful to watch afterwards. And by the way, that's the eyeliner I was testing when I was going.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, I didn't gouge my eyes out. I guess we're fine. But I mean, I'm not particularly good at it, but I'm getting better. So Claire is trying to figure out how many books she's doing next year because she's working on her schedule while watching us. Go for 27.
Anything less than 27 is just sad.
Not acceptable.
Right?
I mean, Claire, we should at least be as crazy as the other. Like, because like all through December, I was happy Claire had this insane schedule, which she kind of kept. By the way, I should say that because we should plug each other as often as we can. I got her book, the one she released, and I'm about 20% in. And she was talking about her channel about how, oh, if you like my videos, you like my books too because they're funny like me. And I can vouch for that now. Definitely, I can vouch for that. It's a delightful book. And I'm annoyed that I'm too tired to read for more than 10 to 15 minutes before bed. But yeah, it's a great book. So there we go. Maybe we should promote something at the end of each stream, like stuff you guys are working on.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing is that only one of us puts out stuff.
It doesn't matter. I mean, the thing with promotion is that you don't have to start it when the book is out. That's actually a bit late to start.
Yeah, but like neither of us has any release information at all.
I'm not talking about release information. I'm talking about story information. Like, talk about the story you're currently editing and that you've been working for.
I don't like doing that. I don't like talking about what I'm writing, partly because I don't remember. Like, the moment I stop writing, my brain disconnects from what I'm writing.
Okay.
Like, I don't know what I'm writing. I can't explain it to you.
You know what? Just send it over to me to beta read, and I will plug your book. It's fine. I can do that.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm better at promoting other people's work than mine anyway, so.
You know what? I think it's a lot easier though.
It is.
Because you don't have to be self-conscious about the claims you're making because you're not making them about yourself.
Right. You seem like so much less disinterested. Like you're not really like, I have nothing writing on this, so I'm just going to tell you what I really think. This is a great book, or this is an okay book, or these are the things I liked, or whatever. Whereas when you're talking about your own things, you're like, is this shameless? Is this shameless peddling of my things? But as I listen to, Alina and other writers talk, I think that's something that we have to get better at.
Yes.
We have to work through the shame, Sarah. Work through the shame.
I have so much shame. I'm nothing but shame.
I used to as well. And I had to work really hard at not demeaning myself and my books when I talk about them.
Yeah.
Because it's important, man. If you go, Claire says she's getting pretty good at shameless promo. Shameless promo is important because it shows you believe in your book and yourself. And if you go like, yeah, you know, I wrote some book. It's about vampires and whatever. And I think it's okay. Some other people think it's great, but I don't get what they see in it. Like, what the hell, man?
That's kind of how I do.
Like, read it maybe. Yeah, would you buy a book if I talked about it
I don't
like
know.
that?
That's kind of how I do.
Yeah, that's how you do, but it's not how you expect other people to do it.
I'm just a
To
bit
convince
awkward.
you. Yeah, it's okay. I'll train you. I'll get my whip out and then go, no, that's not right, Sarah. Try again. Which
Positivity, more positivity.
my whip references might get worse in January or after Christmas because I'm planning one of the many books I'm writing. Is a co-writing project with my friend Eme, and it's going to be a BDSM story. So
Oh.
should be fun. I'm looking forward to that. So if you hear me talking about being a sadistic asshole that drives you like you were my subs, that's fine. It's Eme's fault, not mine. I'm a nice person. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm kidding. So yeah.
All right. Well,
We'll
so
start
do we
doing
want to
better
wrap,
this week.
or what do we want to do?
Yeah, I
I'd
think
like
we
to
could
wrap.
wrap. I think it's
I need
an
to
hour
do
and a
something.
half. I think we did okay. And we're going to be live tomorrow morning, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, just before we
18
go.
releases and one pre-order.
Yeah, 18 releases and one pre-order in 2018. You're doing great, Sarah. That's how many I want to release too. Not how many I want to write, but that's my release plan, about 17 or 18. So we're good.
Yeah, that won't be mine.
Mm.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys tomorrow over on Alina's channel.
Yeah, we're talking Christmassy stuff. So.
Oh, Christmassy stuff. Ho ho ho.
Or we can talk marketing, whatever you want. I'm fine.
Whatever.
I'm fine.
I'm gonna
fine.
wear my Christmas hat. I've decided.
I don't have a Christmas hat.
I have the antlers, which
You have
I've been
a
wearing
one-eyed,
nonstop.
one-horned flying purple people eater hat. You should wear that one.
And I have a Snorlax, and I have a sock monkey.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the sock monkey. You should wear one of those hats.
Yay!
I'll wear a winter hat tomorrow.
Yay!
Ridiculous. So there you go. Tomorrow morning hats.
Yay!
Channel starring
I'm so
hats.
happy now.
Sorry, yeah. All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys all tomorrow. Have a good
We'll see
night.
you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.